Do 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 do. Hello, hello. Hi. I'm getting set up right now. So I will be quiet while I do this. Oh, there we go. That's why I couldn't hear my music. My headphones were plugged in. Go me. Okay. Yummy, yummy. Okay. Dice bag. What were the dimensions? I need to do some math. Got to do my math. Don't forget to study your math, kids. There shouldn't be any kids watching this. But if you are currently in a math class, definitely pay attention because you will use maths that one does not sorry, concentrating. Math is important, kids. Math is important. Everybody's a kid, I guess. Hello. You're just in time for my promotion, my ad for math class. I need to I'm going to be making something new. Latia at LM Halfling let's see, 3 by 2 by 5 is the current deck size. Okay, so I assume that based on cards, the 3x5 is 3x5 is probably the card width and height. And then the 2 is probably the width of the deck itself, I assume. So, we're going to need, let's start this. So it needs to be at least 5 by 3. I've got a piece of paper here. I'm making notes and sketching out very badly. I'm going to actually use a ruler for this because I have been drinking wine. The mulled wine that I made tonight with my husband was so good that he had 2 cups, and he does not drink. He didn't even drink at our wedding, which says something about the wine. It was really good. I still have some here. Look, I even got my pretty mug. My one pretty mug. It's not very big, but it works. Oh, so pretty. So delicious. Okay. And then, so we've got 3. By 2. Do you guys want to see this? Let me know if you want to see me sketching out my notes. It's a little unorganized looking if you're not me, but this is the way my brain works. So, okay. And they said that that was 78 cards. Equals 2 inches. So, 2 divided by 78. .02. We'll say 0.03. 2.5. So we'll make it the base, what, 2 3/4? Yeah, well, so it'll be 3 by 2 3/4. And then that will make right here. Which will give us almost half of the same. Let's see. Yeah, it'll give us almost half of the same amount of space. So this will be able to hold a deck of about 100 and 110-ish. Okay, and then the sides are going to want to be 5 inches tall. So let's see. do. I have to say the level of math I'm doing already is pretty impressive. Just putting it out there. But at that point, I almost might as well just make it 3 by 3. And then say it can fill like 150 cards. Right? I might as well just make it a square base. That seems most logical. Yes, square base. So we're going to do a 3 by 3 base. Because then I can make the sides. Yeah, this will work well. Okay. So, 3 by 3 base, and that'll be corrugated plastic. I want to find a way to sew it into the actual bottom, though. Hello, hello, welcome. Welcome to my slightly intoxicated math session. I'm currently working out a pattern to make a deck bag for cards. One of my friends has requested a bag with a flat bottom for her deck, which I think is an awesome idea. And so I want to make it slightly more sturdy. So I'm thinking of putting some corrugated plastic in the bottom, just like I have with my my trays and whatnot. That'll make it a nice flat bottom for the cards to sit in nicely. You can add and take away, and the bag would still have a little bit of structure in the bottom to it, so that the cards won't get all screwed up. What I need to figure out is how to do that. So that's what we're doing tonight. I'm also drinking mulled wine while I do that. I didn't ask, but they are 3 by 5 cards, it looks like. And right now the deck is about 2 inches wide. So I'm thinking of going ahead and making the base a 3 by 3 base. So then, the 78 card deck, that she currently has will be able to be expanded to probably somewhere around 130 cards, maybe 150 cards. And, she'll still have space in the bag for all of them. It'll make it a little bit easier for people with the larger card decks. I'll probably go ahead and put a drawstring at the top, I think. I want to try to keep based on my current design. It has to be at least 5 inches up on the side. We'll probably make it closer to 7 or 8 inches high for the bag itself. That way it can fit nicely and close nicely over it. Another idea I'm having, and I don't think I want to do it in this version. I want to do a test version first before I actually even give her a price for how much it's going to cost. Because this is something that I've been thinking about adding to my product line, but it just hasn't been something that I've been like too rushed on. I've got a lot of things going on, so but now that somebody's requested it, I can actually get away with spending the time to do it, and that way she also gets a good product that she wants. She also kind of gives me a boot in the ass to actually get the product development going. Yeah, it's mulled wine, so it's warm. So if I put it in a glass, it probably would end up cracking the glass. My husband actually had 2 mugs, and he doesn't drink at all. So he kept taking sips, and he was like, "Oh, this is dangerous." Sip, sip. Oh, this is dangerous. Okay, so 5-inch tall sides. It's 3 inches each side. So 3, 6, 9, 12. Has to be at least 12 inches around the bag. Probably add in, obviously, a 1/2 inch for seam. So 12 divided by 2 is 6. So we're going to need 2 6-inch wide panels. We're going to want them to be probably at least 8 inches tall. No, we're going to want them to be probably closer to 10 inches tall because we're going to want a lip for the cording to go through. So we're going to do 10 inches tall from the base. We need to add in another 4 inches for the bottom and seams. So we're going to do a 14-inch long panel times 14-inch long, 6-inch wide panels, plus 6.5-inch wide panels because we need to make sure we're allowing for seam. Yep, drinking wine out of a coffee mug and doing math. Yeah. By the way, if you want to watch what I'm actually doing on the paper or on the desk, just let me know. I have face cam right now, but I make a lot of weird faces while I'm thinking, so it's just kind of what happens. And I don't even know if you'd understand what's going on here, especially because it's upside down for you guys, because I can't turn the camera at all. It's not happening. Sorry. But, yeah. So, I need to get some of my test fabric out. Because I have certain fabrics that is a Saturday night. Yeah, this is what I do on Saturday night. I don't know about you guys, but I like numbers, so yeah. Oh gosh. Just checking some things. It's a tarot deck. That's what it is. Huh. Okay. So her deck is not getting any bigger. 3x2x5. Okay. So, Mather Day. Yes, I like it. Mather Day. Ooh. That sounds like a really, really good Saturday night, Travani. Yeah. I have a tarot deck. It was my mom's. It's a smaller deck, though. It's smaller than that. Okay. So, in this case, this changes all of my math. Which is cool. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So I already have the start. I'm going to hold on to this idea for the 3x3. I'll probably go ahead and make it at the same time. Yes, it's about time. Do it now. Do it right meow. So, you know what? I'll go ahead and make both because I want them both to be a flat bottom deck. This one will be a truly custom one though, and it's also being the catalyst to help me get this the one for my store made. But I am going to do one that's 3 by 2 by 5 for my friend. Okay, so I'm going to redraw in this little line here. It's not nearly as straight because I can't draw a straight line to save my life. It's cooling off. Kind of sucks. Alright. I need my test fabric. Where's my test fabric? Oh god. There's so much stuff everywhere. Alright. Oh, I can get these presents out of my studio now. That does sound super cool. Alright. Here's my test fabric, because this is fabric that I don't think anybody would ever want. I know I don't want it, but it's what I use for all of my, like, testing stuff if I'm making new products. I don't want to use my pretty fabrics. I want to be able to sell stuff with those. So, this fabric is... I mean, it's cool, I guess, but I don't know anybody that would want it. Not the best. That is an awesome idea, and you know, I too have wanted to make t-shirt blankets, but yeah. I just went through and purged a bunch of stuff one day, and I'm kind of regretting it, because, like, one of the dresses was a dress that I totally could have worn. But I don't have it anymore. You know, some 5-year-olds who might think it's cool. Well, if you want to buy something with this, I've got a good amount still. I'll do something custom for you. But it's just what I've been... Yeah. Okay. So... how wide is this fabric? I need to get some of this stuff off my table. Here. Hello, hello. Okay. Let's see, how wide is this? This is just about 22 inches wide. So we said we wanted to do 14-inch long panels for that one. And they're going to be 6.5 inches wide. So, we're just going to start cutting strips out of this, essentially. I need a longer ruler. So how is everybody tonight? What are we all sipping on? What have we done all day? I took a 4-hour nap that I was definitely not supposed to take, but I'm really kind of glad I did. I was definitely not supposed to take that nap though. Ooh, I still have cookies downstairs. I made cookies and I didn't even have one. Hold on, I'll be right back, okay? I was just about to close the tab and cookies. Sorry about that. I ran off and then I was like, oh wait. I totally just had a moment of inspiration and ran downstairs for cookies. Alright, good night, Staggering Giant. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm sorry I ran off for cookies. Everyone took naps today. I have a couple cookies. I left the rest downstairs because I didn't want to be greedy. Because there were only like 3 left. Ooh. Good night. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I'll like break them up, pass a couple of pieces around, everybody gets a little bit of a cookie. I think it's really fitting eating on stream though, because like, it's the first thing I did ever. Alright. Yes, all the cookies. I really should be making things right now, but I'm just eating cookies. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm only really kind of sorry because I have cookies. I mean, I can't really feel too bad because I've got a cookie in each hand. This is like every toddler's dream right here. A cookie for each hand. Really, it's most adults' dream too. Let's be honest here. And hey, little known fact, I'm pretty good at baking. So, that's the thing. They're damn good cookies. They're a little crunchy on the crunchy side for my taste though. I like soft cookies. Soft cookies all the way. Yes. I usually end up dipping them in milk too. I'm a big milk and cookies fan. In fact, most of my cups are judged about how good they are at cookie dipping specifically. Like, I have one big mug, and it's a Christmas mug, but it has like kind of a squeeze in near the top, so you can't dip cookies in it. I'm like, what good is this giant ass mug if I can't even dip cookies in it? Sky. Yeah, it was bad. But, you know. That was the same one that was climbing the Christmas tree earlier. We had to extract her. Right? Right. What good is a mug that big if you can't even dip cookies? And Kitty. But it's the biggest mug I have. So I just kind of have to deal. I was doing something weird to my cookie there. There's like a thing on the bottom, and I didn't want it to like fall off, so I was trying to bite it off. Thank you, thank you. We have to be careful of the decorations that we put on there, because I actually have a lot nicer decorations as well, but they're like glass and stuff, and we can't put them on there because that cat, that one, likes to climb the tree, and the other cat likes to sit on a speaker right next to the tree and like pull the ornaments off and then start playing with them around the house. So all of our ornaments are all going to end up like in certain spaces of the tree where he can't get to them. And we have to make sure that if it falls over, anything on there is either invulnerable to breaking, is probably not going to break from just falling, or we don't care about if it does break. It's a little stressful. Okay. Alright, back to actually making things, rather than just eating cookies in front of a bunch of people who don't have cookies. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I mean, it was cookies, though. So. And I had to eat them before they got all the way cold, right? Okay. So. We have 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 4 is 10. Correct? Correct. Divided by 2 is 5. Add for seam allowance. Brings us to, say, 5.5. 5.5 panels. Then we want to still keep it. Yeah. Totally. You have to eat them before they get cold. We're still going to want to do high walls. So we'll say another 10 inches there. No, because each one only has to be 5 inches tall, plus 2. We're gonna go with 9 inches. Yeah, so it'll be, what did I say? 5.5 by 9 for the other one. Okay. Sorry, I was doing math in my head. And I even have enough. This panel is wide enough that I can actually get away cutting one strip here. Woo-hoo. Math. We're gonna make it an even 10 inches. That way it'll be a nice deep bag. And we also have room for error. Because that's nice. Room for error. Always give yourself a little bit of room for error. Not that. There we go. Also, drink your mulled wine before it gets cold because it's not very good when it's cold. Like now. It's kind of cold. That was good. It's fine. It's still delicious, but it's not as good. I'm waiting for the iron to heat up now. I need to make these pieces slightly less foldy. Folded. Ridgy. Rough. Fabric has ridges. I definitely don't want to drink the dregs of it, so I think I'm done now. Where's my mouse? There it is. Do 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 do. Okay. I'm really skeptical at how exactly this first one's going to turn out. I don't think it's going to turn out the way I want it to. And I think I'm definitely going to have to tweak the design. But I have to make it first in order to know for sure, right? Yeah. That should be hot enough. The problem that I've run into with the corrugated plastic when I'm using it is that sometimes it behaves with the fabric like as I'm trying to sew it into things, it behaves in strange ways sometimes. It gets kind of hard to work with trying to do seams around the outside. And get them nice and straight and even. Even just cutting the corrugated plastic is kind of difficult sometimes because it kind of bends a little bit as you're cutting it and as the knife is running through it. So it's very difficult to get a completely straight line, thus making it more difficult to sew, of course. So we're going to see how this turns out. I'm going to probably have to play with the design a little bit, but I'm very excited to see what we do. What I do. I'm the one doing it. You're not doing it. I am. It's me. But that's cool. We will see how this turns out, won't we? So I'm going with a very similar design as my mini bags. I'm going to change the opening, and I'm going to essentially put that piece of corrugated plastic in the bottom, but I want it secured and sewed between layers on the bottom so that you can't actually see the corrugated plastic because it takes away from the aesthetic of the inside of the bag. I don't think that I can get it so that it's 2 layers without it being like a little difficult. I mean, the whole thing's going to be difficult, let's be honest. But I think it'll be way harder if I try to do it so that there's an inside layer and an outside layer. Particularly since it's going to be such a small bag that you're not going to really see the inside very well. And since it'll close at the absolute top of the bag, you're not going to, I can just essentially fold over the outer fabric into that loop, making it so that the inside is not even an issue at all. You can't see it from the outside. My mini bags have the seam between the 2 layers at the top of the bag, but the cording is down about 1.5 inches on the bag. So you do see the inside of the fabric. This one's going to be a little different. We're going to put the cording at the top of the bag so you don't have to worry about it. But I definitely want that. So what I might do, I need to figure out a way to get the bottom of the bag into a square. And then get it around. Now what I could do, hold on, let me finish getting this ironed. Let's get one thing at a time. One thing at a time, right? Yeah, totally. I actually might, you know what? I'm just gonna make the one today. I'm not gonna go ahead and do 2 prototypes. I'm gonna do 1 prototype, see how it goes. And then I'll start screwing with another one. But I do have a few different strips of fabric cut, so if I start feeling like one isn't going to work, then I can just go ahead and move on to the next without having to cut more fabric. That's a very good idea. I'm so smart. Look at me. So great. I'm kidding. It's a joke. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to sew it into the bottom. like with another matching piece of fabric over it. So in the middle of the bottom. Okay, I need my mat back. I need to start measuring stuff so I can start marking up the freaking wazoo here. Okay. So, we're gonna go back to this as, what did I say? 5.5 inches, right? I said 5.5 inches. That is what I said. Pretty sure, right? Yeah, 5.5. 5.5. Do. All right. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this part off because I don't even want to include that. Nope. Go away. All right. So yeah, 5.5 by just shy of 22. So we're gonna say that this is the center. Okay, now I need some corrugated plastic. And we said we wanted the bottom to be 3 by 2. How wide is this? Not wide enough, of course. Of course. Alrighty. Okay. Well, you have a great night. I hope you get lots of sleep, and I hope you have tons of energy for tomorrow's family stuff. Slightly over 2 inches. That's fine. It's really freaking close, though. Okay. Man, this is such a fun Saturday night. I am totally killing it. Such a loser. What do you do on Saturday night? Oh, you know, I'm just making tarot I can't talk. I'm making tarot decks, bags, you know. Typical Eris. Wild and crazy Saturday night. By 3. Gosh, that was so much easier than usual. Alright. So, 5.5 divided by 2 is 2 1/4. So, middle's like y'all. I feel like putting a piece over a whole thing would be best. Yeah. Hello? Yeah? 2.75. Yeah, I know. I know. I figured it out when I laid it down and I put the ruler on it. Yeah, only problem was dreaming. Yep. I got you guys to check my work. But it's fine. I haven't put anything down. Do you want to see what I'm doing? I keep asking, but nobody has said yes yet. So, you know, just wondering if you guys want to see what I'm doing. I can totally show you. It's not particularly professional looking, but well, I mean, because some people, yeah, okay. So I've got the fabric that no one wants to buy. And essentially, I've got a piece of corrugated plastic right here in the middle. I found where the middle of the page is, the middle of the page, the middle of the sheet that I'm working on. Don't mind the boxes over here. In fact, I'm gonna put it back over here. So that has, yeah. In fact, I'm going to. There we go. Yeah, okay. So I found the middle of the fabric here. So you can see it a little bit better. It's over here, but I've got all my stuff here, so I can't really move it. Actually, I could probably move it over a little bit. There's that. Move this over. Now you can see better. Switch over a little bit myself. Okay. So, I'm currently pinning this into place. What I'm essentially thinking of doing is sewing seam right here, and then a seam right here around the square in the middle. And then I'm going to see, and this is 100% test right now, yeah, I mean, I just got rid of a bunch of boxes. But yeah, there's still a lot in here. It's just, there's, like, this area right here is my family storage. So, yeah. Anyways. So, I'm going to pin these into place. I'm thinking that what I can do is just do a square around this to keep it in place. And then I'm going to essentially take this. Make channels at the top. So I have a channel here. And this is prototype version number 1. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. I am literally making this shit up as I go along. So that it's done. No, I need more room on that side. Like that. Hello, Muggle Lover. How are you today? I am making something new today. I am making a structured tarot deck bag. This is prototype number 1. I have no idea what I'm doing. This fabric is not going to be the final fabric for the order that came in for it. But I have to use something, right? And this is what I had. So I'm using it. Okay. So, and then we'll do... Yeah. Okay, so those will go up together here. And that. And then we need to figure out how to make the box form. So I think what we're actually gonna do is a little bit of, I need to sew this box in first. So, I'm going to put you back up here so you can see what I'm doing over there. I'm just going to be really quick doing it because it's, yeah, not worth. I need to get I need to get a wireless camera set up here. That's what I really need. Okay. I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah, I do use pinking shears. I haven't found a rotary cutter that I like yet. And I don't like the way that normal scissors leave the straight lines on there, because the way that the material just kind of falls apart since I use all quilting fabric. The way that the material just kind of comes apart, the weave of the fabric will come apart. It drives me nuts personally. I don't like working with it. I end up picking it out. Like I end up, as I'm working, I'll pick at it, and then next thing I know, I've taken half of my seam allowance out just from picking at the little strings. So I do use pinking shears. Yeah, because that's better. Okay, back to what I'm doing down here. Okay, so now I've got my box sewn in really, really haphazardly. I just kind of just went around. Like I said, this is a tester. I really need to see more how the structure of the bag comes together with this centerpiece, because that is the big thing. Okay, so for this, I'll go ahead and cut off this excess here before it drives me crazy and gets in the way. There we go. Alright, so here is the center. We want it to end up folding up. We want it to be a bit more structured of a bag. So let's try, this is the outside. hello. No, I've cut it so that I can hopefully get it around. What I want to do, though, I don't know. I'm figuring it out. I thought about that, but I don't really want to. This. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think essentially what I'm gonna end up doing is just sewing up to here and then having okay. I'm still trying to figure this out. I'm trying not to see, I specifically did not look at any patterns for bags like this because I do not want to use other people's patterns. So I'm trying to figure out how to do it on my own. And it makes it a little bit more difficult. But you know, I wanna have something original. Hold on. I have money bag. Where's money bag? I know I've got at least one money bag. Ha. Sorry, I'm moving around a little bit. But this is where I keep all my stuff. Okay, mini bags. End up. Okay. Scrap this. Oh, hey! Hi. That's exactly what I was thinking of doing. Muggle lover, Leah, sorry, there's, yeah, wow, okay, hi. Hello. You guys are, just in time to watch me, scrap the design that I started and go with something completely different. Yeah, so essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to recreate the bottom of my bag here. Only this time I'm going to put the piece of corrugated plastic in the bottom and I'm going to sew like a panel over it like this. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. And then at the top it's going to be a loop at the top with cord running through it rather than down a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my label. Where would my label? It'll probably end up right here. No, it'll end up like right here-ish. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad you guys are here. Oh my gosh. All right. What were you all playing? How was it? I have not. Here, this is what I get for, I have not made a seamless line bag. Just a little D&D. Awesome. By the way, if you were here before the Castle Mac raid, you should go check them out. Later, obviously, they're not streaming right now, but you should go check them out because they're super cool. They tell some awesome stories, and the people there are just fantastic. Goblins getting slain, guards getting duped. Oh, you know, normal Saturday. My normal Saturday night consisted of mathing. I did some math earlier. It was great. I was doing math and mulled wine. Nothing's better than drinking and mathin' on a Saturday night. As someone said in chat, it's mather day. So just to let all you new people know what I'm doing, I am currently developing a new product. This is a custom order that was asked for a tarot deck. One of my friends got a new tarot deck, and she wants a nice, sturdy bottomed case for it, bag, essentially. She sent me a couple pictures of similar card carrying bags, but she wants something with a flat bottom. So I was thinking that the corrugated plastic that I use for my dice trays would be absolutely perfect here. So I'm essentially going to make something similar to my mini bags. Don't drink and add. Haha, yeah, I do that. I do that. I think that's basically it's basically like my regular bags, only I've added a bit to the design. And adding was perfectly fine, by the way. Yeah, you would want to put a stitch in around the plastic, though, so that it doesn't move around in the bag. Because if you, like, take stuff out and then you kind of, like, move the bag around, it'll move around inside. So I definitely want to put some sort of thing around it. And by the way, don't drink and add was wrong. Don't drink and divide is dividing decimal points is a bad idea when you're drinking. So I actually had, yeah, division will get you every time. So I actually had a couple different ideas for this bag. The first idea I had, was essentially to make what I'm about to make. This was the second idea. And I was like, oh, this might be easier. But once I got down to it, I was like, I don't even know how to do the bottom. So this one is going to turn into my first idea now. Which is cool because my first idea was basically to recreate essentially the same as my mini bag. Only have it do one layer. And then I'm going to have to figure out how to get the corrugated plastic in there somewhere, somehow. I'll figure it out. Yeah. I'm much gentler with the seam ripper. Yeah, I don't know. I like trying to take my time with stuff like that. Because most of the time when I'm seam ripping, either I'm gentle and I'm actually like breaking the thread, or I'm not gentle and I'm ripping the hell out of the fabric. So yeah. As I've told my friend Leia, there's no like gradual let's go thing. I am either on or off. So I'm either super gentle and careful, or I'm like bowling through life recklessly. There's no in between. Not at all. Okay, so back to the original one that I was going to do. So yeah, I even cut fabric for this, okay? This was option... This was originally going to be option number 1. And I was going to do the other one as option number 2. But then I was like, no. This is fine. Let's just try the option number 2. And then it was wrong. So we're going back to option number 1. So we said the panels each need to be 5.5 inches wide. We got a 6-inch wide here almost. But we only need 5 inches to fit around the tarot deck. Right? Yeah. 5 inches to fit around the tarot deck. Hey, I just found a pin. Alright. So... Alright. You have a great night. I can't wait to see the final product either. Hopefully it's good. We will find out. What am I doing? I only need to mark one side. Silly bitch. Alright. Wait. I need... Okay, good night. Everybody have a wonderful evening. I need... Sorry, I'm very quiet because I'm making design I'm figuring out design in my head right now for the top, because I want to make it a drawstring top. If I do that, I will need to have the fabric come in so that the outside of the drawstring area is a nice, even, smooth looking thing. However, I need the fabric out so that I can sew it all the way to the top of the product. So, what do I do? I'm not sure. Help, I'm stuck. Okay. You know, it might actually be getting too late for me to do this properly. I've had wine, I'm tired, but I need to figure out how to do this. I don't have to do it today, though. Okay. Yeah, shit. That wasn't straight. Trying to make the lines nice and bold so that I know when I come back to it where it goes. Yeah. So there we go. Alright. You know what? I'm actually going to go ahead and call it here, because I think I'm starting to get too tired to actually think about this properly. The top of the bag is kind of a conundrum at the moment. I think that if I have a clear head, I'll probably be able to, like, duh, this is how you do it. But it's just not coming to me right now. I got the bag, general idea, for the most part, kind of figured out. For the most part. I'm essentially going to make the same as my mini bag. Only I'm somehow at one point going to insert this nice little dealio, which will help give the bag a bit more structure. Another alternative that I have to this is I can use various thicknesses of batting on the inside, which would also help give it a little bit more structure. I could use them in tandem, but I feel like it might make the bag too rigid. It also will be a freaking pain in the ass, not to mention the fact that it'll raise the price of the bag, of course. One of the things that I have to keep in mind when I'm making new products is how much this bag is going to end up costing whoever's buying it at the end of the day. If it's too much and they don't see, and the person doesn't see the value in the bag or whatever, they're not going to buy it, and it's worth $0 to me if nobody buys it. So I have to balance those. Yeah, one of those wake up at 2 a.m. with the answers. I'll figure it out in a couple hours. It'll come to me. I know it. It's just right now I can't. But yeah, so one of the things I have to worry about is balancing how much time I am using to make whatever it is, how much the material cost is, and how much value that anybody could possibly see Hey! You're just in time. I'm kind of closing up right now. Oh no. So I'm talking about a tarot deck bag that I started working on tonight. I started on working on version 1, try number 1. I'm sorry. You're like just in time. What was I talking about? Oh, balancing how much time and how much I'm spending on materials to put into this versus the value that people see in it. So I probably won't be doing both plastic and batting, but I'll most likely do one or the other. I'm gonna think on it. Yeah, it's a tarot bag. I've been thinking about doing deck bags for a while now, but I essentially just needed somebody to kick me in the ass to get going. So I'm working on a tarot deck bag. Later on, I'm going to expand a little bit and make a just regular standard deck bag. But first, the tarot bag. And once I figure out a design, then I'll be able to get a price to my client. Alright, I'm going to bed. I'm starting to lose everything. Thank you everybody for joining me. I'll probably end up streaming again tomorrow. This time actually around like 8:30. Today got away from me a little bit. So I should be up at about 8:30 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Probably going till about 11 or so, same as tonight. And we'll be working on the tarot bag again because that's next. Alright, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Castle Mac, for the raid. Anybody who's watching, if you like RPG games of various sorts, go check out Castle Mac. Also go check out Scroticus Academy. All of them, both channels are fantastic people telling amazing stories. Definitely worth a watch, definitely worth a follow and subscription, all that jazz. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to me as well, in order to get notifications when I go live. That way you don't miss me. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Bye. Oh, wait. Hold on. Is there anybody else streaming to raid? Let's raid GoJG. Let's raid GoJG. There's only like 4 of you in here, but let's do it. Oh, no, there's only 4 of you in here. Never mind. That's an embarrassing raid. Alright. You know, I don't even know how to do this. Bye, guys. Go watch GoJG. Why is it still saying 6? I'm so confused. Yeah. Alright. Bye.